Hello YouTube, this is Serptonius. This is Empyrion Galactic Survival. Did pretty good amount of work offline in creative mode. Came up with a small vessel that's along this same design. And worked on getting it set up. So I have sent it into the factory and put in the required amounts. I didn't completely finish it, but got it pretty much set up, and I did a load test with 320 tons worth of promethium pellets, and that filled up the cargo hold, and I was still able to move around. So that worked out pretty good. If you notice also right here, we've got a total production time of 1 hour and 1 minute. Because I fed it all of the different ingots straight up, it did indeed take a full hour and 1 minute. There's about 3 minutes remaining on that. So that took quite a bit of time. And so we're winding down the last little bit of that. Meanwhile, I have also been going through the farm here. You notice that I have changed out the two pumpkin plants for pear things, because what is happening is everything else seems to be going fine. You can see I've got plenty of the energy bars, I've got the salamis, I've got the hot beverage, but I do not have enough fruit to make the rations. So we've got we're up to 12 rations already now, which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this last dino stew bowl. Let's see, that gives me 280. No, I'm not gonna eat that quite yet. I'm getting close though. Needing to eat that, but I've just been harvesting this while that timer has been going down. I have gone through and picked up some more of the fire moss and the confetti scrapings. Took the little small scooter ship out over there. And the more eagle-eyed viewers of you can also tell that I've trimmed back the forest quite a good bit, pulled in about 100 logs or so. Again, just waiting for that timer to run down. So, other items that we've done, I've got right here. Well, yeah, in here, we've got the energy matrix that we need, the 10 cobalt alloys, the 2 computers, and the 10 flux coils that are required to do an upgrade on this guy. So again, just right click and upgrade. And now you see in the bottom left, all of that came out. It added this little extra graphic. And now I've got the entire suite of buildable objects in Empyrion Galactic Survival. I can make everything now. So that is a wonderful thing that we're now up to that point in the game. Nothing's held back. We can build all of the things. So looking forward to getting all of that on the go. Another item you might see here, I built a pentaxid tank, short range warp drive, a hull shield, and a mobile constructor. All of these are ready for the SV that is inbound. The other item that we've got, so a lot of different stuff going on all at once. My blueprint is finished. So that is fantastic. So here is the gold coins. I melted down all of the gold ingots we had into gold coins. So we should have a lot of money. Because Wow. So we're up to just shy of $40,000 or credits, because if you come over here to the factions, we have finally tipped over into friendly with the Polaris. So we can run over to them and say hi and start buying from them. So I want all of the different stuff that we've got to have that, so we can bring in that. So again, just hit the F2 to bring up the blueprints. You can see the factory, that's all now done. And up here at the top, we do have the SV Warrior. This is based on the 5x5 design. You can see that it is a look bigger than this guy who's built on the 3x3. This one is the 5, so he's quite a bit bigger. He's not painted, as I said. He is not finished at all. Just got him built and tested. And notice there's a little bit more going on in here. The main problem, or my biggest concern with this guy, was these engines here are very expensive. If we go to P and statistics, that is where this 450 cobalt comes from. But if you see the different directions, we're looking at 60 meters per second acceleration. The cap is 50. So we're as it is out of the box, this guy does better than the maximum speed in acceleration in 1 second, which is wonderful. So we've got the oxygen, we've got 2 of the armor lockers, I've got the wireless connection. So this white dome here is the detector on the small vessel, and there's a bunch of room up here for the toys that will come. We've got this double glass system. I saw this on someone else's build, and I thought it was great, because this way we could look out. I haven't tested it in combat, so I'm not 100% sure how it'll work, but I am hopeful. So underneath here we have this retractable landing gear that I thought was really neat. There's 2 in each side, so that works out pretty nice. I put these little protective plates on it, so that hopefully it'll help protect that just a little bit. If we go to repair, it's only 25 hit points, but every little bit helps. These are open here, so that eventually we can put in rockets or something else in that location. It does have the maximum of 6 of the Gatling guns, but we're good to go. It has not been painted. We are going to paint it this episode. As I say, this one we're going to do mainly construction. But I just wanted to get this on the go and get it going. Didn't want to spend 2 or 3 episodes like what we did on this one before we got this working. So again, and it does have the little sensor here, so when you get anywhere near that gate comes down, and when you come in here it closes. One of the other things I found with my previous playthroughs is the 180 hit points on this door is just not quite enough. So we've got the door, and we also have 390 for the shutter door. So that is quite a bit of hit points that they have to get to before they can get to me. So that should work quite nicely. Hopefully we're not taking that much damage from the back. If we do, this is gone, and the ramp's gone, and the rest. But I thought that was a nice design element, so I've put it in anything that can fit it. this guy over here, um, there's really not enough room to do that because it does require an extra bump up right here, which means we would lose that, and then we would lose all of the it would actually come up into here, and this would be exposed. So decided not to do that. Another item that I thought was kind of nice on here is it does have the sloped design on it, and it also carries through here. So it's got that nice slope on it. It doesn't add too much hit points, but it does add something. And it looks nice. Again, this guy is completely unpainted, so we will have to look at all that. And here's a better look at those landing gear. So when this comes up, this guy folds in and up, and it looks real nice. Really have to take my hat off to Elion for making some really nice options, build options right now. So now that that's out of the way, let's get it over to this one. So we want to connect here, and we're going to bring in these two first. This guy is designed to go right here, and this one is right here, like that. Next, we're going to bring in this one. Like so. And then the last one is right here. And it fits just right there. So with this, all this added weight, it will cut down. So it went from 54 to 60, from 60 to 54. So all this stuff is quite heavy, but now we have the capability to go between the planets. Let's see, we want to get some energy. Disconnect that. Put that here. Oh, actually what I should have done is go over to fuel. This is the hideout. We're going to pick up the warrior. No, we're going to the warrior fuel. And there we go. So he's good to go. Hideout, we want to turn that off. Bring in some oxygen. Again, go back to the warrior. Oxygen. So that's good. And then go back. Structure out. Put that back. So we only have 7 refined pentaxid. That's not very much. So why to turn that off? We want to make some more of that pentaxid. We're going to need more as that goes on. Here we go. We got the advanced constructor. We want to add that to the constructor group. And so we've got 125. Let's just make 50. this stuff is relatively heavy as well, 100 kilos. So 10 of those are going to be, I think that's a ton. We'll see. Anyway, we've got, so that is 1 raw, outputs 2. So that's good. I didn't realize that. So 1 raw pentaxid will give us 2. So this will give us actually 100. So let's 5 kilos? Yeah, I'm not not reading that right, obviously. Anyway, we're gonna get over here. And then go to the warrior pentaxid tank, put that in. Okay, so that's all that it'll hold, so that's fine. That works out just fine. So that takes care of a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get done here at the very beginning. Other thing we're going to need to do is paint this guy. Another thing I wanted to do is we want to build the group, so let's do that real quick. So we've got these 3. So right now, let's do an auto group. This will be the last one that we will be able to do. So turn off the thrusters and the spotlights. The power is off. Perfect. Okay, save the template. And then we're going to create a group, and this is going to be thruster heavy and thruster normal. So this these 3 we want to add to thruster heavy. Thruster heavy. And thruster heavy. And then we want to add these 3 over here to thruster heavy. And then that's going to leave these 4 along the bottom that will be for the regular use. So just pick anywhere on here, and we're going to pick these 4 that are left, and we're going to send those to thruster normal. And then we're going to put this to thrusters and do this one to heavy lift. Change this one to heavy lift. Perfect. And let's see. let's do the same here. Let's do this guy to thruster heavy. Thruster heavy. Thruster heavy. And then these three here to heavy, heavy, and heavy. And then that leaves this guy in the middle, and then these two and these two to be normal. So be these guys. So thruster normal. Thruster normal. Okay. And then we can remove this group and remove this group. And this is also why I didn't feel too bad about not doing some of the building off camera, because there is going to be a lot of work that we're going to have to do to polish this to get it all the where I'd like it to be. So let's put this guy into thruster heavy, and this guy over here into thruster heavy, and then we're going to add these guys into thruster normal. And then we can get rid of him. Now there's only 3 up ones, so all of those go to thruster normal. And that can be deleted. Cool. So that's going to leave us with, how is it going to be the simplest way to do that? So this guy we're going to move to normal. This guy we're going to move to normal. And we want one more. I don't think I can access this, can I? I can. Awesome. Add to group thruster normal. And then we want this guy. Thruster normal. And then we want all the rest of them converted over to heavy. So we'll do P again. So again, I knew that I was in no way finished. So still had all of this stuff to do. Still want to paint it all. Which we may have to take some of the stuff off, which I'm not looking forward to. So we can get it all painted properly. And then we can remove that one and remove that one. So now, if we turn on the thrusters, turn on the power, you know, I want to add a little bit more to the sides. So I am gonna convert that guy, convert these as well to normal. Just so it's a little bit better side to side. Then what are we looking at? Or statistics, 14, that's not bad. 18, 18, 23, and 14. So that's not bad. And the main reason why I was doing that is it's easiest to see here, the power left numbers were just so bad. So this is 100 and something minutes, so that's not bad. Moves around quite fine. And if we go here and we turn on the heavy lift, you can see now the power left drops down to 40 minutes. That's quite a big drop. And we really don't need that extra burn most of the time that we'll be flying around. Whenever we're in combat, we should have it turned on, and if we're carrying a heavy load, we should have it turned on. But other than that, we really don't need it. So I'm liking this. And here we go. I'm in Alt, and I'm going to bring down a little bit more. And then you can see when I come down, those landing gear kick in. There we go. See, doesn't that look nice? I mean, I thought that looks real nice. And even with most of the engines turned off, still flies quite nice. It moves around. It's a nice, plenty of control. Just a little bit. There we go. So I'm liking this guy. So there we go. That is the warrior in its current design. So I am truly liking it. So again, we need to paint this guy. So again, it's going to be this blue will be the end. So I'm going to pick this guy and make it the entire. And this one. And go ahead and put it into medium. So it's a little bit quicker to paint. And again, this is so that it's any block comes out, we're going to be able to see right away this horrible color, and we'll know that something's not right. And also, it'll be very easy to see with that that yellow stripe. And let's see, I'm just holding down and spinning around trying to get all of the different bits and bobs. I think that's it. Again, we're going to have to raise it up so we can get underneath. This detailing section does take a bit. And again, see what I was talking about, how we may have been a little premature in putting that stuff in there. Anyway, really liking the way this is turning out. Looking nice. So now we then convert it to here, small, get rid of the entire block. I'm going to do this one, and this will be the final color that we're going to be going for. See, it's going to be kind of tricky to get in there to all of those different spaces sometimes. Okay, and it's this one. That. So that's going to be above that guy. Anyway, as I was saying, there's no way that I'm done with this guy just yet, so didn't feel too bad about doing all this off camera because we are far from done. I need to get back behind all that stuff. None of that is letting me get back there behind it. That did. There we go. Yeah, I didn't think so. Supposed to be that. These hit boxes on here is kind of wonky sometimes. Anyway, you see how this is going. I'll then take this all apart, and looks like I am going to have to do that. Like this one, and this one for these guys. Actually out here, let's do this one. Yeah, that'll work. Coming together nicely. Well, yeah, I may need to actually pull those off so I can get the it painted correctly. And okay, I guess it's time to get that food that I was talking about prepared. Shift left, shift right. There we go. Knew that I was forgetting something. Okay. I go with these in the corners. Coming together, coming together. Okay, I think, yeah. Do that one. I do not like painting with this thing, but it works. If you move it too much, it totally just bounces all over the place. And there's no real detailed cursor. See, right there. You just kind of have to get used to it. See that talking about how it just wildly going bananas on there. Man. There we go. There. And this guy in the middle. And this one. Didn't even realize I was holding my breath trying to get this stuff done just right. Oh, it's kind of funny. No, I guess it's going to be this way, because that's where the front of the ship is. And I'll still have to paint in behind there. Not sure how I'm going to do that. As you can see, it's kind of hard to get back in here. So coming right along, let's see, and then these guys. So that's looking pretty good. All those are going to be the brown. Gonna have to use the drone to get down in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take the a lot of the stuff off. Looks like to get it painted. Really don't want to do that, but I don't know of another way to get in all of these nooks and crannies. Okay. So that's a cool idea on there. You kind of see how it's coming together. So let's see. What it would take to build I want 4 of these if I can get it. Really would like the deconstructor. To me, that is the most important guy on this tier. So flux coils. That's those guys. Sathium, neodymium, and cobalt ingots. So down to 21 cobalt ingots. So my goal for the rest of this episode is we're going to need to get the that is it, the flux coils. So well, up here ammo box, hideout, the constructor out. We're going to pick up those 2 and those 2, and that should be it. So doesn't that look nice? I think that looks real nice. So over here we had the promethium deposit that was not guarded. So we want to put down the auto miner on it. I'm headed the right way, right? Yes, I am. And again, you can see the maximum speed that we're traveling is 50. So if I've got an acceleration of 60, and after the first second, that's really not going to help me. Yeah, keep on going. Promethium, iron, and copper. It's a nice little area. That's so 4 link up. Here, there. No source material. How can you not have source material? There we go. Status off. No source material. Where did my... Where did it go? I hit Shift F to pick it up. It's not in it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I was like, now hold on. No source material. Can you not put them on Promethium anymore? So I specifically wanted to put this on well. That is a bummer. It worked just fine. Wrong button. I want this one. There we go. Running just a hair long. Don't know where the rest of those bodies were. Iron, I'm trying to, here it is, the copper. So the other thing I wanted to do in this little episode is get to the Polaris, which is way over here, and buy that buy the multi-boosts and call it an episode. I really miffed that auto miner did not work on the Prometheum. I'm not sure why it didn't. Every time I've tried that in the past, it has worked. I'll have to look online and see if that is something that has changed. So the other thing we can do now is that we have a small vessel. We can actually go out into space. We can go to the moon. There's all manner of things that we can work on now. So. So he will trade with us now. It's not the guy I want. He's just guys are upstairs. Just a guy. Multi-boosts. I want 2 of those. We're gonna need a the other thing we're gonna need is an EVA boost if we're gonna go out in the in space. So okay, got that taken care of. Okay, so with that, YouTube, I think we're just gonna have to call it quits right here. I'll park this ship over here, and then we can start from here next time. Park over here. So we'll start from here next time, YouTube. You guys have a great day, and take it easy.